Are you afraid to take risks and try something new? Are you getting too comfortable in your comfort zone, afraid to expand, afraid to try anything in case you get hurt or you fail? Well, the thing is, we've been in hermit mode long enough, and it's now your time to fly. Take those chances, shoot your shot, try something new, because this is your moment to evolve. My name is Angela Cleary. I'm a feminine empowerment coach. I specialise in healing after narcissistic abuse, and I also offer twin flame and spiritual guidance. This is the thing. We've been in hermit mode long enough. That cocoon phase is now over. We went from being in stagnancy, effectively, but it wasn't really stagnancy. We went from being in a healing mode, and now we're in action mode. But we have to take those chances. We have to push through. We'll have these excuses because we've gotten so comfortable where we are. We've gotten so comfortable in that little cocoon phase or in that comfort zone that anything that's unknown is scary. We're afraid of the unknown. It's unfamiliar. And the thing is, there's a bigger reason why we're so scared this time. Because we've been hurt so much in the past, because we failed before. And we haven't actually failed before, because everything happens as it's supposed to. This is the thing. You didn't fail, you learned. This is the big thing we have to remember. You didn't fuck things up in the past. You literally had to do things that way in order to learn more and in order to experience more. And this is the thing. Like, we've taken risks in the past. And I think our perception of failure or our perception that we've been hurt means that we can't do it again. Stay comfortable. And this is the thing. We wrapped ourselves in cotton wool. We went into this little box, went into our cave because we thought it was safe. And it was safe for a while. It was protecting us for a while. It was nurturing us while we healed. But it's now time to leave that. It's now time to understand that we're safe enough to leave that. You know, whether you've been hurt in the past by a past relationship and you're afraid to start a new relationship, or whether you've tried different projects in the past and they didn't work out. But this is the thing, they weren't the right time. Sometimes as well, like, we think things that didn't work out in the past, it means that they were the wrong thing. And they may have been the wrong thing, but sometimes it may have been just the wrong time. So we let true dreams die away because we think if we tried them once and failed, it means we can't try them again. Like, this was big for me. Like, I tried so many projects prior to my relapse, my spiritual relapse. Like, you know, I went through my ascension journey. I started to awaken. I started to do the inner work and the inner healing. I started to see passion, you know, and manifestations happening in my life. And then it all went to shit. I had to walk away from friends. I had to walk away from family. I had to walk away from my dreams because I lost all of them. So when I went into cocoon mode and I went into that hermit phase, I had lost all the will to live, effectively, because of the energy that I had surrounded myself with. And I'd lost all ambition. So any of the dreams that I once had, they just disappeared because I just lost all that passion. So it was very hard for me to get to where I am today and find a new passion. And I'm going back to some of my old passions as well. They haven't actually completely died away. I thought they did. I thought, oh my God, I can't, you know, I was like, I've lost all of that. I've lost all of the old me. And it's not a bad thing to lose parts of your old self because those parts weren't real. But there are parts of your old passions and desires that can come back to life now. But when we go into that cocoon phase and everything seems to die away, everything seems to fail, everything seems to have fallen away, we get comfortable. We get comfortable in feeling we're safe in here. You know what I mean? That we, you know, if we don't leave this, I'll be okay. And, you know, as I've been re-evolving over the last few years, as I've been doing my inner work, my inner healing, and also following my purpose path, I still hit those moments, and I'm continuing to do so, of, oh my God, I'm so scared. I want to stay under the blanket forever. I don't want to do this. It's too scary. I'm not ready. And, you know, anytime I've said I'm not ready, I've started to realize there's no such thing as being ready. The only way you'll get ready at something is if you actually try it. And you can try something without telling anyone, right? You know, if we're so scared of failure, just do it. Do it for yourself. Like, you know, don't tell them your plans, show them your results. Because a lot of times, often we can too, what I've learned is we can start some new ventures or things, and we can say to our friends or our family members who are not on the same journey as us, and they plant seeds of doubt, they make us doubt ourselves, and then we end up stopping the thing that we wanted to do. So then we fail, effectively, or because we failed because we didn't try. And that's why it's so important when you're relearning stuff or relearning yourself or re-evolving, as we call it. You have to kind of nurture yourself out of your comfort zone. So ease yourself out of it. You know, don't like, we're not expected to jump to the top of the fucking mountain. We're expected to climb it step by step, one step at a time. You know, and every time I've ventured outside my comfort zone and learned a new thing, or, you know, gotten better, or, you know, started a new project, it's been fucking scary, because everything I've done over the last few years is completely alien to me. You know what I mean? They're different ventures, different adventures, different projects, different skills, you know, different courses, different things. I'm learning stuff that I never thought I'd learn. And every single time I hit a wall, especially at the start, it's like that imposter syndrome. It's like, I can't do this, I don't belong here. You know what I mean? And so, like, oftentimes you do take that, you take one step forward and two steps back. But every time you take another step forward and learn something new, you start to think, okay, this wasn't as hard as I thought it was, because I pushed through the fear, because I pushed through my unreadiness. And every time we try, like, you know, I've done this before. Prior to my up-leveling, prior to my relapse. So, like, say, I was down and I went up, and then I went down again. And now I'm going up again, right? So when I went up the first time, I was scared. I was in my comfort zone. I hadn't much of a social life after my toxic relationships. And, you know, I was afraid of the world again. And then when I started to expand and grow and stuff, like, you know, initially I was like, I fucking hate change. I hate change. And then it went to the stage where I fucking love change. I want variety. I love it. But then when I relapsed, it went back into the mode of, I can't even go outside the house. I had a fear-based identity attached to me, so I couldn't even leave the house. And to release that fear, to get better again, that was really difficult for me to embrace change, because I'd created this safety net because I was so afraid of everything. I was so scared. And it's only as I'm healing alongside my purpose path that I'm able to release that safety net. And it's taken a few years, like 2023 for me, when I first walked away from absolutely everyone and everything that was draining me. I spent most of that year locked inside my house. I left the house once a week, and that was it. And I literally went to do the shopping. I didn't even go for walks in the forest. I didn't even stand outside my front door. I was actually that scared. So most of 23, I was locked inside, but I was actually starting to do a few courses and stuff like that as well to do my coaching. So 2024 was more expansive, did a lot more. 2025 was so much better. But this year I'm already, you know, I'm already expanding more and more. But when it comes to my projects, like, you know, I'm like literally kind of going, I have to learn a new tech skill. I'm so scared. And like, I'm literally kind of pushing myself back into my comfort zone. And I'm like, no, you want to learn, you want to expand. And every time I try something new, I get that fear again. And I'm like, stay under the blanket. Don't go. Don't leave. Don't do this. And this can be in connection to our career. It can be in connection to love as well, because a lot of the times, the reason we go into hermit mode, for me, it was because I lost family and friends. And obviously, you know, I've been single a long time, but prior to that, I'd been in toxic relationships. So my new mentality was, everyone leaves, everyone hurts you, so literally don't let anyone in. So my heart really blocked off. You know what I mean? I completely went into this hyper independent mode, and it was like, I don't need anyone, I don't need a relationship, I don't need friends, I don't need anyone, I don't need any help whatsoever. And that ended up hurting me even more. My heart was turning to fucking stone, and I literally was afraid to let love in. I was afraid to be loved, and that's debilitating. But like, we have to, and the reason we're doing this is because we have been hurt before in the past. We don't want it to repeat, but it's also because healthy love, healthy relationships, you know, nothing toxic it's an alien concept to us. We have been in such unhealthy dynamics in the past that when we went into our cocoon, we went in for safety, we went in for protection, we went in to prevent ourselves from getting hurt again. But that's why we're afraid to leave that familiarity now again. We've gone too far over, and this didn't happen to me. Well, it nearly happened to me. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm all for independence, 100%. We have to be independent. We have to get into interdependent relationships. None of this codependent bullshit. But when you get into a hyper independent energy after being hurt so much, you can tend to go over to the other side where you close off completely. If your heart is closed in regards to friendships, in regards to relationships, in regards to family members, in regards to, you know, I'm afraid to get hurt, then your heart is actually closed in regards to any kind of abundance that you want to bring in. Your heart is your receiver. So you can't receive anything if you have a closed heart. And this is another thing. If you're a giver of love, give to the detriment of your health, which is what I was doing as well. You're giving from a full heart, which will eventually empty because you're not receiving. You need to receive love. You need to receive abundance. You need to receive prosperity, whatever it is, in order to be able to give again. So like you're literally giving and giving and giving and draining yourself, and you're closing yourself off so much as I don't need help. I don't need anyone. I don't need love. And you're actually slowly but surely deteriorating your heart. That's the way I see it. It's like you're just closing off so completely, and that will actually block every area of your life. So you can go from one extreme to the other, where you were over giving to effectively turning into Scrooge, where your heart is just so closed, or the Grinch even. Do you know what I mean? That you're so fucking closed that you cannot give or receive anymore. And that's lonely. That was painful for me. Before I started letting people into my life again, it was painful. So this is the thing, like before, you know, it's career, opportunities, purpose, adventure, love, relationships, friendships, family dynamics, anything you want to receive, you need to be able to accept it, or, you know, you need to be able to step out of your comfort zone. You know, if we're stuck in our comfort zone, nothing's ever going to change. We're going to be in stagnant mode forever, and we're going to be in this, the familiar gets boring. You know, I said this before, we're sitting in our comfort zone, and the comfort zone's not even that comfortable. It's not. And like the more we stay in an energy that isn't aligned for us, the more the shit hits the fan. You'll start to see turbulence in your life. You feel like things aren't going right. You have this stuck energy. And what I call it, it's like having this itch inside your skin. It's like this really fucking energy. When you're in this energy of being stuck in your comfort zone, or being stuck in a place you're not supposed to be. Like if you're continuing to block yourself off from opportunities from your future, effectively, it just gets uncomfortable. It gets uncomfortable. And that's, you know, and I've seen this before. If you don't do the things you're supposed to do, the universe will push you out. So that's where your antsy energy comes from, that itchy energy. It's like literally like you're being guided slowly to get the fuck out of your comfort zone. But if you don't listen to that, the universe is literally going to go, I'm going to push you off. And that's when the shit hits the fan, and that's when things get bad. If we're on the wrong trajectory, if we're on the wrong path, we're going to be forced. Initially, we're going to be nudged, guided, encouraged. But if we don't listen to that, we're going to be pushed. So you have to start listening to your own truth. What do you really want for your life? Do you really want to stay in this hamster wheel fucking zombie energy that you've been in? And this is what happens. Like, you know, we end up getting so comfortable in our comfort zone that we end up on this hamster wheel. Same shit every single day. It does get boring. And if that's not the right path for you, which it probably isn't, you're going to start to feel uncomfortable. But if you don't listen to that, it's going to get more and more uncomfortable. And we tend to let fear get in the way. So we think that fear that comes up of that uncomfortableness is actually our fear of the unknown. And it's like if we were afraid to push through the fear, we keep saying, I need to be ready, I need to have this skill or that skill. But you need to practice the skills, or you need to get good at something. You need to do it. And as I said, do it in silence. Don't show people your plans, show them your results. So, you know, don't let anyone pull you back by their energy. Do the thing that you want to do. Do it quietly. Because, you know, once you do things slowly, in your own time, quietly, but push yourself through that fear, you can't fail. The only failure is if you don't try. If you don't actually make that attempt, if you don't take that risk. You know what I mean? And do it in your own time. Do it slowly and surely, but surely. And if you fail, you're not going to fail if you keep trying. But if you hit an obstacle, learn from it and try a new route. Redirect. But don't give up. I think a lot of the times if we hit an obstacle, we give up. We think that's not for me. But that's just a test. The obstacles are tests. They're lessons to be learned. You know, you're being guided here to try something different. You know, and the only way you're going to move forward in love or career or in any opportunity is if you actually try. Go after the thing that's calling you. Stop staying stuck in a life that's not for you anymore. That comfort zone is bullshit. We don't have to stay in the cave anymore. And I know we were protecting ourselves. I know it's because of our past experiences. I know we're afraid. But if we continue to be afraid for our whole lives, we're going to get to the end of our lives and look back and say, fuck, I should have just took a chance. I should have just taken that risk. I should have just tried. You know, because the biggest regret in life is when we don't actually try something. We regret not doing the thing. It's not like we don't regret trying. Because like every time you try something new, you learn something new. So why would you regret trying something? Even if it's hard, even if it's difficult, you know, even if it takes a while. The feeling we get from actually taking a chance. The confidence that builds every time we push through that fear. Every time we try that new skill. Every time we let love in. Isn't it better to, it's better to have loved and lost than never loved at all. And that goes for everything in our lives, not just romance. It's better to have tried and lost rather than never tried at all. You know, why are we keeping ourselves stuck? You know, it's really time. This is the energy of the year of the horse now. This is about momentum and forward movement. We've done all the hard work. We have done that healing. You know, we're continuing to heal, of course, but we've done so much. It's actually time to put our knowledge and our experience into action now. We're not who we were before. We can't repeat the past because we're not the same person we were back then. We are who we choose to become. And this is so important. It's your choice now to embrace the unknown, take those chances, take those risks, let love in, let opportunities in, try something different. Because if you don't push yourself through that comfort zone feeling, that comfort zone energy, you're never ever going to get to the other side. You have to push through the fear. The fear only goes away when you do the thing you're afraid to do. And the readiness only happens when you do the thing you're afraid to do. So don't be afraid. Just go for it. Go for it. What's the worst that can happen? You've already been through the worst shit of, you know, in your life. Your past is fucked up. You know what I mean? So anything you try now will be fucking easy. Any kind of thing that you go through, any obstacle now, it's like, I can handle this. Because you've handled so much in the past. You've got the strength, you've got the experience, you've got the confidence. You just have to embrace that. So let go of that comfort blanket and literally jump, because you will, like they say, the universe, like if you jump, the universe will throw you a net. Fuck the net. You're going to fucking sprout your wings and fly. This is your moment to fly. So embrace it, go for it, and try something different. Just jump into the unknown. So thank you so much for listening today, and I really hope this resonates. If it does, please like and share, and please subscribe to my channel so I can reach as many people as possible. If you'd like help on your journey, please book me for a free discovery call today. I have nothing more than to help you in your path.